You can't just walk off anywhere because he'll just crop up from somewhere and do boom.
Sorry.
So even in Khatro, it was.
Yeah,
do
that's
you remember?
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jha. That
और
was
हम
one of
पुलिस
the
स्टेशन गए, पुलिस स्टेशन में थाई में धूम 3 देख रहे थे पुलिस वाले. And I think लड़का और लड़की दोस्त हो सकते हैं.
What is this line? एक दिन स्कल क्रश कर दूंगी.
Oh.
क्या लाइन है ये आपने?
Please explain.
ये जवानी है दीवानी.
Wow.
I said it. That's his favorite film.
Tell your friends you love them. Tell them a lot more. Make it awkward.
Sriti, Arjit, welcome to Pinkvilla.
Thank you.
So this is a Friendship Day special and I'm so happy you guys agreed to do this because like we were discussing before the camera, this is your first sit down interview.
This is the first interview together.
Of us together.
Of you all together. Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you
us.
for making us do this.
Historically हमने notice किया है कि जो best friends होते हैं शुरू में जब पहली बार मिलते हैं they hate each other. How was it with you guys? First impression ऐसा था कि कौन है ये?
बताओ first impression.
So first impression, he used to treat me a lot like a senior person, and he still does.
Oh, he does?
हाँ, वो
Still.
अभी आप तो बोलता है, पर इज्जत थोड़ी कम करता है. That's why I said, वो पहले बहुत प्यार था, अभी मुझे लग रहा है hate है. नहीं, so the first time I still remember, first time I met Arjit, I was just passing by and he just stood up from his chair because I was passing by and he was like,
Out
hi.
of respect, because it was my first show and they were the actors.
So, and then after we became friends and then
So
there is
first
no
impression, there was no fight, right? Actually, there was just a lot of respect.
respect. Like he wouldn't talk a lot and
Yeah.
he was very क्योंकि उसको मतलब लगता था
डरा के रखते थे सब.
डर तो अभी
But
भी
you
बना
stood up
रहना
and all
चाहिए.
for her. How amazing.
So it was my first show. I was I think 21 and it was her and Shabir Aluwal.
Correct.
So out of respect, yeah, I mean they're all actors I've seen. I won't say while growing up.
But he has seen while he was growing up.
All the actors I've seen like before coming to Bombay.
Yeah.
So just out of respect. अभी तक है.
हाँ.
But now it's more friendship. Like
Yeah,
उस
it's more
वक्त
friendship.
तो,
It's been like.
now it's now family.
Yeah. But how did this happen then? What is the evolution of this friendship then? Do you guys remember कि कभी एक call किया हो out of a bad situation and that's where you all found common ground?
Actually, we can't. मतलब I don't think there's a bad
just-
situation. We will call each other because we talk all the time.
but,
we talk the whole
How
day.
it happened also, it just happened organically and
organically.
gradually. वो ऐसे नहीं हुआ overnight हो गया because I remember we knew each other since March, April, since the time show started, but it happened I think November, December.
November के बाद.
November के बाद, of course.
And then we started talking to each other. We started partying. We would go home together.
We would just party.
हाँ.
तो ये नवंबर में क्या हुआ?
वो secret है,
उसके
बता
बारे
नहीं
में हम
सकते.
बात नहीं कर सकते.
But I think there was a time you all stayed together and all of that also.
Yeah, we've
In
traveled
lockdown,
together. Yeah.
Goa, we stayed together.
Goa we stayed together, even New York.
New York also we've gone together.
Goa we stayed together for 2 months almost. जब COVID चल रहा था, I think 2 years back during the second wave.
Yeah.
21 years.
21, which was a very hard time for everyone.
Yeah.
So she was in Goa for shoot.
We were shooting, so then I was like, "Aajo," and then फिर 1.5 महीने, and we were like, "This wouldn't happen
Yeah.
in any other situation. We will never plan to live together."
Yeah. But Sriti, I want to know, what is this line? एक दिन skull crush कर दूंगी तेरा.
Oh.
क्या लाइन है ये आपने?
Please explain.
Such a violent birthday wish.
Skull crush कर दूँगी यार.
You know what happened? So Shut up. When he was going for Khatro, the day he was leaving, I put up a story of our picture and I was like, all the best and I know you'll kill it and everything and I'll miss you so much, I love you so much, तेरा skull crush कर दूँगी. And Instagram took down that post.
Yeah, because
and
it was
I got like a thing saying this is a very violent message and it does not adhere to our rules, and of course that's a good rule to have. I'm sure it protects a lot of people, and I never realized that it's.
ये तो मैं लिखती रहती हूँ normally.
I message him. Skull crush कर दो. ऐसा तो ना कोई किसी को बहुत
And when she
प्यार
says
होता
it
है,
ना, तो I can visualize it.
like
She's
with
holding
clenched
me
teeth and everything. He's just so nice. I feel like
That's the real side.
Yeah. But फिर आज ये जो equation है ये and y'all have also been teased कि वाला लिंक अप रूमर्स भी हुआ है and वो
They are
सब भी
also
हुआ है
very funny,
आपके साथ. मतलब क्या ये जो बहुत कितने सालों से हम पूछे जा रहे हैं, क्या एक लड़का और लड़की दोस्त हो सकते हैं? हो सकते हैं.
Of course.
हाँ, देखिए पहले तो वो लाइन जो मैंने प्यार किया में मोनिश बहन ने बोली थी, एक तो वो विलन थे उस पिक्चर में, like he was not a good person, he was not a good person who was saying that, and I think लड़का और लड़की दोस्त हो सकते हैं. ये सिर्फ सबको एक एक बॉक्स में अलग करके रखने मतलब इट्स लाइक अ स्ट्रैटेजी and conditioning. I think girls and boys can totally be friends and
Why
should
not?
be friends.
Yeah. Actually मैं भी दिल्ली से हूँ, so पहले ऐसी थिंकिंग थी थोड़ी कि नहीं लड़का लड़की दोस्त कहाँ होते हैं. मतलब when you have I think in Delhi the cultural difference with Bombay is a lot. So when I came to Bombay it was actually very different over here, how everyone is, how people are living and all.
Yeah.
So it just happens. You don't have to think ki, oh, she's a girl, so we can't be friends.
Yeah.
Or with a girl, the relationship can only be on the love side and all. ऐसा कुछ होता नहीं है.
और एक बार दोस्ती हो जाती है तो आपके दोस्त होते हैं, मतलब दैट वो लड़की है या लड़का है या मतलब इट डजंट मैटर. वंस समवनस योर फ्रेंड, दे आर योर फ्रेंड.
एक चीज ऐसी बताइए जो बहुत अनॉय करती है एक दूसरे के बारे में.
I think she love many.
Yeah, you can tell us.
I have one. नहीं वो बोल नहीं सकता.
Of course बोल सकते हैं.
I think you should go first.
Okay. एक तो I don't know if I cannot explain it. He has this innate desire to scare people.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
So if you're with him, it's not just living with him. Even if you're visiting him or he's visiting you, you can't just walk off anywhere because he'll just crop up from somewhere and do boom.
And I'll record it.
And he'll also record it. Of course, he's done it with his
I did it in Khatro also. I put a post also. It's full.
He's
usko
scared
compile
all
karke.
of them and everybody is losing their shit. And that is the most annoying thing. और जब ये आया था, जिस दिन ये गोवा आया था, मैं पहले से थी वहाँ. तो उस दिन थोड़ा सॉम्बर था माहौल. फिर पहली बार उसने मुझे डराया और उसके बाद मैं 1.5 महीना डर में ही रही. मैं डर में कहीं से भी आ जाएगा. और मैं जल्दी उठ जाती हूँ. जिस दिन मेरी छुट्टी भी होती थी मैं जल्दी उठ जाती हूँ. ये थोड़ा देर से उठता है तो मैं नीचे डर के बारे बैठी रहती, कभी भी नीचे आएगा वो करके निकले. So that I think is very annoying.
Now you tell me what annoys you about her and the real reason.
She says a lot of she says sorry a lot.
Oh अच्छा.
A lot.
You say a sorry.
मैं तो I say it because I'm just trying to mock her, but she says sorry a lot. Sorry. So even in Khatro it was
yeah,
you remember?
True. Yeah.
Sriti Jha. so she says sorry a lot. और क्या है? There's nothing annoying.
How sweet.
Because आप ट्रैवल कर रहे हो, ये जल्दी उठ भी जाएगी, नाश्ता भी बना देंगी, सब कर लेंगी, सब सफाई वफाई भी हो चुका होगा, तो कुछ annoying है ही नहीं.
Best.
कहाँ जाके खाना खाना है, that also she'll take the duty.
खाना मैं ढूंढ लेती हूँ, पार्टी ये ढूंढ लेता है.
So there's no complaints, no demand.
Then what is the wildest thing you guys have done? I'm sure there must be something. Amsterdam, you all have word.
Amsterdam में wild तो
Spain.
Wild, I think the wildest we've done is that New Year party in Copenhagen.
Yeah.
That is the wildest. That's the wildest thing.
The full moon party in New Year party.
New Year party.
New Year party in Thailand in Copenhagen.
क्या हुआ वहाँ पे?
It was.
क्या ही बताएं?
क्या हुआ तो नहीं बता सकते.
But it's a full night, so you go to the island and you spend the whole night over there, and that's why. And there's this stretch of a beach. And there are different parties going on everywhere.
That's
it's
a
a
crazy
thing you
place.
do once in your lifetime.
Yeah, everybody should experience it once.
Experience it once in their lifetimes. It's just too
but it was
much
a very,
fun.
very, very wild night.
Very bad night. So
was-
you have to spend the night there. There is like you take
Another friend of ours, she lost her passport and all. मतलब बहुत drama हुआ था उस रात. That
और
was just
हम
one of
पुलिस
the-
स्टेशन गए. पुलिस
पुलिस
स्टेशन
स्टेशन
में थाई में धूम-3 देख रहे थे पुलिस वाले. इतने से टीवी में वो धूम-3 हम सोच रहे धूम-3 देख रहे हैं और उसमें थाई में चल रहा था धूम-3.
Are you guys possessive about each other?
Depends on the
Who the
situation.
On the person.
हाँ. If he's made new friends and I don't know them, तो मुझे लगता है ये कौन आए नए लोग. हाँ. But if he is friends with someone, we'll end up being friends.
Yeah.
Like, हाँ.
Are you?
Possessive? I'm possessive, yeah, with all my friends, with everything that I have.
Everyone in his
Everyone.
life.
So that also goes into, I'm sure, when you all are dating somebody, then do you have like too many opinions on your respective partners?
Thankfully, none. He's not like whether. I think we
Whoever
made
we've-
each other
yeah.
comfortable in that sense. Ki,
That has never happened.
that has never happened.
And have you guys like tried to set up each other with someone else?
No.
No. She'll kill us if we try to do that.
No.
She'll be like,
no.
no.
Amazing. So I have a segment. I have this fun segment. So I have these poorly drafted one-line plots of these movies which are around friendship or have very iconic friendship characters.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to read that out. It's a competitive one. I don't want to do how well do you know with each other because I know you all very well know each other. So let's have a competition here and whoever wins has something to win also.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool,
so
cool,
let's have the mojo right there.
Yes.
Chalo.
Yes.
Yeah,
Let's
do it. After going on a road trip to Goa, turbulence hits the lives of 3 friends.
Dil chahta hai.
Wow. She's like a good girl raising her hand first.
Say no.
sorry.
Waiting.
Chalo.
Next one. These 2 schoolmates meet on a trekking trip where the girl falls in love with the boy, but he has some other plans that separate them for many years until they reunite for a destination wedding.
Ye Jawani Hai Diwani.
Wow.
I said it. That's his favorite film.
Yeah. Complicated. See, I said poorly.
हाँ
drafted.
ये
Nice
trekking
idea, but
trip
it's
and
very
all.
creative.
And how did you get it?
Because वो wedding पे आते ना and then she संगीत
Destination
में
wedding.
हमें
चलो
best
next
करना है.
Next one. The best friends are inseparable until the guy falls in love with a newbie in
Sonu
college.
T2 sweetie. Sonu के
क्या
T2 की
पूरा
sweetie.
बोलो?
The best friends are inseparable until the guy falls in love with a newbie in college. It is only years later that the man's daughter reunites him with his college best friend.
Oh, कुछ होता है.
Correct.
It's poorly drafted.
Bro, मुझे मेरा confidence down हो रहा है.
I really thought Arjit will.
ये सारी
Because इसका ये photo, these movies are his
yeah,
favorite.
like how? Okay.
However.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go a little slow, okay?
Okay.
4 friends from a musical group.
Rock on.
Correct.
Good one.
So, 2 all.
To
हाँ,
all.
2 all.
2 all, yeah. Next one. A gangster, with the help of his best friend, sets out to fulfill his father's dream of becoming a doctor.
मुन्ना भाई MBBS.
Correct. A former police officer enlists the service of 2 outlaws, also best friends.
शोले.
Genius.
Wow! अभी जाके मुझे बोला ना मुझे पिक्चर नहीं पता और डायलॉग नहीं पता. You wait and watch now.
4-2.
4-2.
Yeah.
Wow.
3 friends embark on an ambitious bachelor reunion.
जिंदगी ना मिलेगी दोबारा.
Correct.
Right.
4-3.
कुछ तो आया.
Next one. 2 best friends being convinced that they are not in love search for each other's love.
जाने तू या जाने ना.
Correct. 4 all. Last one to go.
Tie breaker.
Childhood friends, friendship is tested when the gullible one decides to marry a girl.
सोनू T2 sweetie. सोनू के T2 की sweetie.
Nice.
Good one.
one, good
Can we
one,
have
good one.
Sriti's hamper. Congratulations.
Thank you. Oh, and I won from him. He's
Yeah.
better at this.
Good one.
Can't believe she won for this Bollywood quiz, dude.
You know, that's what I had also heard
Yeah.
about her. Ki she's not very Bollywood.
Clearly.
Yeah, but
of course I watch a
Of
lot
course,
of Hindi
मतलब
films.
ऐसे आया. चले. सोनू की टूटू की स्वीटी.
हाँ, तो ये सब तो मुझे पता है. पर मैं बहुत पिक्चरें देखती हूँ, बट मैं पुरानी पिक्चरें देखती हूँ बस.
how amazing. But you know, last thing, a lot of times what happens is when we love or when we love someone, we usually don't say a lot of things to each other. आज कुछ कहना है? Let's make it awkward for you.
Tell your friends you love them. Tell them a lot more. Make it awkward. I just want to say, like I said, that she's a blessing in our lives, and अगर ये ना होती तो I don't know how one would operate. She's just the best, the amazing, so caring, loving, understanding, more importantly, and she can be in the room, not talk, she doesn't care, You're just sitting, she'll chill, do nothing, and that's the friend one would want. So, डर गई?
Sriti, कुछ होगा. Sriti, you want to say something?
Just thank you.
I'm great.
You're a legend, bro.
Legend.
Legend. No, just thank you. Like there's a lot I have survived only because of him, and this is actually a trio. There's Charu also, who's not
she's
here
there.
right now, but I have really survived a lot of stuff because of them, and they're just there. I take it for granted that they're always there.
Don't make it more awkward.
Okay. बस एक दिन इसका skull crush कर दूँगी.
She doesn't mean that. Again.
I don't mean it.
No, but it's amazing. There are so many relationships that we come with. Like our parents, like whatever. But friends are really that we choose.
Yeah, the family you
So
choose.
you're lucky to find each other. Thank you
Absolutely,
so much.
absolutely.
you.
Thank
so
you,
much for
thank
this
you so much.
conversation.
Thank you for having us. If you enjoyed this video,
Like, share, and subscribe to
Pinkvilla.
Pinkvilla.